There's nothing quite like the holiday season. It's the best time of the year, but also far and away one of the most hectic. Simplify what you eat with Factor, America's #1 ready-to-eat meal delivery service. My wife's a teacher, and Factor's had her covered for lunches at school. The jalapeno cheddar chicken is her favorite meal so far, while I've quickly taken to the creamy Parmesan chicken and green pepper and beef casserole as Ole-Miss football rings in the postseason and it's prime recruiting season. We haven't skipped a beat at our house because we can rely on Factor. Factor's fresh, never frozen meals are ready in just 2 minutes. All you have to do is heat and enjoy. What are you waiting for? Head on over to factormeals.com/TOC50 and use our special Talk of Champions promo code TOC50 to get 50% off. That's right. Factormeals.com/TOC50 and promo code TOC50 to get 50% off. Continue to support your wellness goals while feeling your best this holiday season. Try Factor today, a proud sponsor of the Talk of Champions podcast network.
Welcome in to yet another edition of Red and Blue Smoke, presented by LB's Meat Market. I am your host, Zach Berry. You see the man over there. Visual aid this time. Visual medium now. We are doing a video component. And what better time to do it than Week 13, Rivalry Week, Egg Bowl. Greg, good morning. How we doing?
Good, man. Just getting through the week at LB's. We're doing a bunch of smoked turkeys and fried turkeys. And actually, I just had somebody come in and get 6 ribeyes. So it looks like they're going to have a good Thanksgiving dinner. That's for sure. Yeah, man, just getting through the week. It's kind of going to be a weird week for us. I'm going to be closed Thursday and Friday. So we'll be open Saturday and Sunday because I know there's going to be somebody out there that's going to want the steak. Maybe a lane train or maybe those stuffed mushrooms or something like that. So we'll be open from 10 to 3 on Saturday. And then Sunday will be 1 to 4. So just kind of short week. And, with the Egg Bowl Thursday, it's all kind of out of whack. So we just kind of try to find the sugar to make the lemonade.
Good deal. If you don't know already, if you're new to the show or you're not local, if you didn't know already, go see Greg and the folks at LB's 2008 University Avenue. Go get you pretty much anything he just described. You can get you some steaks, you can get you some side dishes, and don't forget to check in that cooler and get you some good deals on some burgers, some sausage, anything and everything you could probably think of. Greg and them can whip it up for you. All right. We teased it last week. Let's get into it. Look, the holidays are here. We've got I've seen an aggressive amount of Christmas decorations already out. And now I'm not knocking it because I love this time of year. My family usually operates under day after Thanksgiving is when we start ramping it up. Now we're already doing Christmas movies. The kids are into, we've got some Home Alone going. We got
Do you watch a Christmas movie every day?
Because
I have a friend that does that. And I mean, I get it. I think that's cool, but
not every day.
I like to mix in that Animal Planet every once in a while.
My kids will go back and forth. Like last night, we watched the Santa Claus, which was I should have fast forwarded it, but when Santa Claus falls off Tim Allen's roof, then my son was like, "Where'd Santa Claus go?" So I was like, "Well, he's taking a sabbatical, he's taking a break. So Tim Allen's going to be Santa now." Should have fast forwarded that. Should have been more keen on, because basically the movie, Santa Claus dies and then Tim Allen becomes Santa Claus.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll mix in some other stuff here and there. But yeah, the kids watch some Christmas, but yeah, Thanksgiving. Thursday.
What are your top 5 Christmas movies? I would say. I mean, I think original Home Alone. I think original Home Alone's got to be in top 5.
I'm a Home Alone 2 guy.
Okay.
I like Home Alone 2. Christmas Vacation.
Have y'all ever done a prank like that to where y'all were all hanging out at this place and then y'all just left and left one guy there and he just like woke up and he's like, where'd everybody go?
with a friend, not an actual child.
Yeah, yeah.
Never.
Yeah, not an actual child. Yeah, I'm like, so have you ever done this with your kid before?
Yeah, never done that. No, never done that with a friend. That would be good.
Oh, I've done it. It was great.
I'm sure if there was some like libations the night before, it's pretty foggy when you wake up, and then you're like, where'd all my friends go? Yeah, I mean,
is Die Hard a movie, a Christmas movie?
Yes, in my house it is. Also, I was making a cake.
That's almost like his hot dog, a sandwich, or
Last night I was making a case for Catch Me If You Can.
Okay.
Which I just randomly was going through Netflix's holiday collection, and it was on there. So there's some Christmas stuff in there. Really like Claws. Have you seen that one? The animated?
Yeah.
That's really good.
I mean, I'm not a Grinch fan. I mean, like that's just like the
it's all right.
I mean, the cartoon version for me.
It's not my favorite. Yeah, the cartoon. Jim Carrey is great, but I would prefer the cartoon. Probably one of my more controversial takes is I'm not a huge fan of Elf. I just think it's okay. I know there are people that
it's
love
over
it.
The top. Just over the top.
Can be. I'd probably throw out The Holiday. That's a good one.
Yeah, I mean, like stuff like the old school, like black and white. Like what is that? Like
like It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah, It's a Wonderful Life and stuff.
Meet Me in St. Louis. Those old school ones. Remember the Night.
I'd like to mix one in that like every once in a while.
Yeah, I would say probably every single year we watch Love Actually. I mean, I love it too.
I like The Family Stone. I don't think it's a Christmas movie. It's The Family Stone. That's
kind of, isn't that Thanksgiving?
Yeah, maybe something like that.
It's also kind of dark.
I'm a big Coach fan. I love Craig T. Nelson. Yeah. Big Craig T. Nelson fan. And it was a really good cast. I mean, but I think that might be Thanksgiving. I don't know.
I think it is. It's also just sad.
Yeah.
Well, like it rounds out in the end, but yeah, it's kind of deep.
Yeah. It is.
And then probably recently, my wife and I are big fans of Dash and Lily. It's a show on Netflix.
Okay.
Highly recommend it. Pretty much anything that's like set in or based on New York City, we're big fans of. We lived there for a while, so we like that. But it's pretty good. And then typically it's at some point we watch all of the Christmas episodes from The Office. That's another tradition we have. Because those are good.
Everybody has their Friday morning Thanksgiving tradition that like, hey, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna get in our matching pajamas. We're gonna take some pictures, post on Facebook. We're gonna probably watch maybe every episode of The Office. So this is what we're gonna do. Family on 3. Right.
Yeah, mine is just please God, hurry up and get to Monday so my kids can go back to school. Because getting work done when they're at home, it's gotten a little easier as they've gotten older, but it's still tough. They want to hang out with me now. Normally they're like, we just want to watch a movie. Now they want us to hang out with them. All right,
well, that's a good thing.
It is. I love my children. All right, so let's get into things.
I'm a good friend of mine. He says everything's for sale but my children. So,
all right, Thanksgiving. Let's fire it up. So, turkey, ham, any other protein that you're a fan of on Thanksgiving? I mean, you've got the good stuff, so you can get fancy if you want. But do you stick to traditional main course?
So I got a text message from the family and asking what time I need to be there. I was like, all right, I'll be there whenever I can get there. But yes, I'll promise I'll try to be there. And I asked what the meats were. So they've got the meats that weren't included. Like they didn't ask me since, their brother owns the meat market, which is kind of awkward. That'd be my first call. I'd be like, hey, meat man, what you going to bring for Thanksgiving? Surely like some prime rib or some beef tenderloin or, something like that. So
Ooh,
I am bringing
tenderloin.
oh yeah. See, I bacon wrapped pork loin and stuffed it with Swayze sausage. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna smoke with that, and then I just got a whole beef tenderloin, just trimmed it up and seasoned it. So we're gonna smoke a beef tenderloin, and I think my sister is doing the turkey. So, but I hope there's a ham there. If not, we're gonna have some problems.
I'm big on ham. Now, I will say,
love ham.
My mother-in-law does a really good turkey. Very big fan of basting, and I think that's key. Otherwise,
I like to literally do a little piece of sweet potato casserole and eat it with my ham. Just literally put it on top of my ham. Like it's a really good combo.
I'm not usually a fan of cold stuff, like cold leftovers, but like cold ham, man.
Mm-hmm. Especially whenever there's a little honey on the outside and get a little crunch, you're like,
ooh, yeah, like on the ridges, like on the yeah.
Big fan of getting that bone and throwing it in some vegetables or some red beans. Oh man, you got to take advantage of that ham bone.
Yeah. Yeah, I prefer, if I have to pick one, I prefer ham. But yeah, if you baste a turkey properly, maybe a little injector, maybe put a little Cajun something in there, spice it up a little bit. I'll mess with that.
I'm a dark meat guy. I'm all about the dark meat on the.
I would, yeah, I like that too. I'm not gonna say I don't want the white meat, but like if I have to choose, yeah, I would take dark. But
now I'm a big fan of rolls, man. I can eat like 4 or 5 rolls, especially if I can make a little slider with that ham and maybe do turkey ham on a little thing. Maybe put a little sweet potato on there also. Oh man, be great.
I'm probably going bacon wrap, green bean, ham, and dressing. Maybe a little hot sauce.
Oh man,
and a roll. Come on, that's game over.
Are you a gravy guy or no gravy?
On dressing, yeah, I pretty much lather it all up. Like I'll just right on top. Yeah, it's not make or break, but if you got good gravy, yeah, I like it.
See, I'm not a brown gravy guy. Well, I mean, it depends on the brown gravy. I like the giblet gravy. I think that's what it's called, giblet or giblet.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of that.
What's your go-to sides? Like if you're doing a meat and 3, like if you're doing your ham, what's your 3 go-tos? Because I'm big on sides.
I'm gonna have to do my sister's mac and cheese because like she puts it in a crock pot and she puts like, I don't know, 20 pounds of cheese in it. I don't even know how she gets it clean. There's so much cheese in that crock pot. So big mac and cheese guy with some ham and man, I like butter beans. Or some kind of green bean or green or something like that. Something that has that ham bone in it. Like I really, if the ham's already sliced and it's already on the tray and everything, and there's a bone laying around, like that ham bone needs to be in something for sure. But I'm gonna say if I can get like a turkey leg, I don't mind a turkey leg.
Okay.
But I'm more ham than turkey. But for sure, that mac and cheese, green bean casserole.
Yeah.
I'm a mixer, so I like to literally make like small portions, and they all end up mixing it together. Like there's some people that, I don't want my cornbread touching my green bean or like stuff like that. Man, put it all on the plate, man. Stir it up and
don't matter to me. Yeah, I'd probably go with, my wife makes really good dressing and green bean casserole. That's probably the 2. And then, man, honestly, if you
See,
make
if it was a
a
buffet style, I'd literally do your wife's cornbread dressing, and then literally put the green bean casserole on top of it,
and then gravy.
and then gravy.
Yeah. Honestly though, like recently, and maybe this is me just getting up there in age and trying to, gotta respect your body, watch your figure. We've been to some like Friendsgivings over the years where we've had some people make some really good, like Brussels sprout salad or something like that.
Love Brussels sprouts.
I love that. Yeah, any kind of Brussels sprout outside of a raw one, like I'll do like a roasted. I do that every year. We have a Friendsgiving with a big group, and roasted Brussels sprouts with little balsamic,
Okay.
little
Have
feta.
you ever tried the chili sauce on top of it?
No, but I'm all ears. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's almost like General Tso sauce. The sweet sauce.
Okay.
Do something
Okay.
like that.
Okay.
Oh man,
I'll tell you what's killer. Trader Joe's has this stuff called soyaki. Ooh, baby. You can put that on just about anything and I'd eat it. It's phenomenal.
How is it comparable to Hoover? Is it like kind of like
so it's not like the consistency of soy. Like it's a little bit thicker. So like you could kind of glaze it.
Like eel sauce thick?
Yeah, about that. Yeah. It's good. We'll do that on like chicken, like roasted chicken. It's good. But man, I'm not picky with sides like mashed potatoes. If you do a mashed potato casserole, mac and cheese, you don't see it very often, but like, dude, I'll eat turnip greens for breakfast. Like, I don't care. Like, if you make some good collards, like, I'm in for that.
There's a corn casserole that my sister makes that I really like. It's almost like a cornbread casserole style with some like cheese on it. That's always clutch.
What's your if we're moving to dessert? What kind of pie you? Or I'm assuming you're a pie guy for dessert, unless y'all do something different.
I love pie. Love pie.
I haven't tried it yet.
I need some ice cream though. I gotta have some ice cream. If there's not a scoop of vanilla ice cream running around,
I was gonna say, gotta have some vanilla bean. Drop it on there.
My grandmother used to make like a hummingbird cake, and it was like almost like a I don't know. It was really good. It had the cream cheese icing.
Oh yeah,
kind of like pecan. It had pecans, and I forgot what it was, but yeah, it was really really good. But yeah, I have to have a scoop of ice cream somewhere, somehow, some way. I'm a big pecan pie guy. Love pecan. Apple is back there, but pumpkin is kind of back there for me. There's a graham cracker dessert that is made. It's like graham cracker, pudding, whipped cream, and then it's got like crunched up Hershey bar on top of it. It's called, I don't forgot what it's called. Well, I think my sister called it sex pie. I mean, really, honestly. but it's like a graham cracker or something on the bottom, and then you put cream cheese, and then you put chocolate, and then you put whipped cream, and then you kind of layer it out. You like make 2 layers of it. It's pretty strong.
I'm a big, so my grandmother and great grandmother, when they were still with us, they made probably the best chocolate pie I've ever had in my life. I mean, just with that soft.
Was it solid or was it runny?
Runny. With like a marshmallowy, pillowy top, like just perfectly browned. Pooh.
Yeah.
That stuff was just unreal. Yeah, pecan, any kind of
lemon
gooey.
Lemon icebox pie is literally top 2 for me. And then that Boston cream pie is something that is slept on, I think.
Okay.
And
I love a donut. I love a Boston cream pie donut.
Yeah, and obviously the coconut cream should be top 5 for sure. But some people are on the fence about coconut.
I'm not a huge coconut guy. I'll try it, but it's not my favorite. One thing I don't know if I'm going to be adventurous enough this year, but I do want to try this. I found this recipe for some cranberry brie bites.
So
It's
it's almost like a lemon chess square, but cranberry maybe.
yeah, so it's like in like a crescent roll,
Oh,
and then like brie, cranberry sauce, crunchy pecan, maybe like a little thyme on top, but looks pretty good.
should banana pudding and get in there? Or what about oh God, I cannot believe
Oh
it's
man.
New Orleans. Commander Palace has like a white chocolate one. Um,
I mean, I'm not going to discriminate against any dessert. Like if you got it, I'll try it. I'm not going to
I
be
like
picky.
that dessert with the glass bowl that's layered out with with fruits and vegetables and whipped cream and like pound cake.
Oh, is that like what are they like a?
Yeah, it's skipping me too.
It's from Friends where
It's like this big
Rachel
bowl. Like it's like
Rachel
weighs
makes
like
it, but she
yeah.
puts meat in it. Like she mixes two, and then like Joey, is just like, he eats it. He didn't care. What are they? It's like a
I like bread pudding. Like I think if anybody
trifle.
oh trifle, yeah. See, I'm a bread pudding guy. I love bread. I mean, I can eat bread pudding morning, afternoon, night, anytime, especially if there's a bourbon sauce on there.
Yeah, what's the what does Joey say when he's because he's breaking down all the layers, and God, he's like whipped cream good, meat good, fruit good, he's custard good, jam, yeah. So he's because everybody's like, Rachel clearly mixed up the recipe and made the wrong thing. But then, yeah, Joey's just like, I'll eat it.
I think my sister got the recipe for white chocolate banana pudding at Commander's Palace, and it called for 24 eggs.
24?
Yeah.
Jeez. Okay.
I mean, like
right.
As soon as you took a bite of it, I don't know. It's just the richest thing ever. But yeah, it was like 24 eggs or something. It was like white like something like a 2 pounds of white chocolate. Yeah, It was wild, but it was pretty good. You gained like 10 pounds after you ate bite.
I believe it. All right. Any final thoughts on
Dips? We got to do those dips.
okay.
What
you got?
I got to give my buddy a shout out about his buffalo cheese dip. He loves the buffalo.
Anything buffalo chicken, buffalo cheese. It's I feel like it's something that it's hard to mess up.
Yeah, I mean, I love that buffalo chicken dip, and I'm trying to think whether there's that was it Mississippi Sin, where it has it's in a bowl. It's like cream cheese and corn and tomatoes and rotel or something like that, and chopped up ham and bacon or something like that.
Oh, and you put it in like a French bread bowl.
Yeah, you put it in that bread bowl and then you use the bread to scoop it out. Yeah.
Ooh.
I say screw the bread, get those club crackers and get to work on that.
Yeah.
I like to just stand over it, just stand over it. You're like
just graze.
You can just fix a plate, Greg, and just put it on your plate. Like, no.
I do a lot of my eating standing up now with kids. Like I pretty much like do that a lot. So yeah, Thanksgiving for sure. You just kind of hover. I can't believe
a guy that come in. He wanted to do Swedish meatballs, so that's a appetizer for for the side for dips.
We have gone almost 30 minutes and we haven't even mentioned deviled eggs.
Oh yeah. Well, we would just eat the whole plate if it was in front of it. That's a given. If somebody oh man, I'm trying to think how many I could eat. How many you think you could eat? Like if you didn't have to worry about anything else. Well, not contest mode, because obviously if you're in contest mode, you're going to get at least 50.
I mean, I'm probably doing at least 6.
Yeah, I'm at least going to do a dozen if I can over the day. Over the day.
Yeah. If my mother-in-law makes enough,
3 here, 3 there, 3 here, and then 3.
Oh yeah,
3 at a time.
Yeah, a whole tray. Like my wife and I can put down a whole tray easy.
Oh, I love how people's like. It's so funny. Like, there's some people that love deviled eggs, and there's some people that can't stand them. And then, like, the people that love deviled eggs, when you remove the tray, and everybody look, I'm like, oh, let's go.
When I was younger, I could not stand them.
Yeah,
That smell.
yeah.
But once you get over that and you realize what exactly is in a deviled egg, and dude, I don't know. I don't want to air out any secrets here, but I think my mother-in-law, she does a little bit of yellow mustard in there. I think that's why I like it.
See, I
so
like
much.
warm deviled eggs. Like them a little warm.
Yeah, I'm good with either. But yeah, I like the filling be a little warmer. I'm good with that. Now, if you want to
now,
put
there's some Cajun, aren't they down in Louisiana? Don't they put like crab meat in it or something? Don't they do
like a
something
little
kind of wild?
like bacon on there? That's a wrap. I'm gonna pound at least 10 if you got bacon on there. That's kind of my new favorite thing at restaurants. Like if we go to like a nice restaurant and they've got deviled eggs on the menu, like you got to try them because you know they're doing something fancy.
That's like chicken liver. I'm a chicken liver guy. If it's on the menu, I'm going to get it.
I'll do that.
Especially if white gravy's involved also.
Ooh, yeah. All right, let's hit our break. When we come back, Greg and I will get into the Egg Bowl, Ole Miss, Mississippi State, Thursday night, Thanksgiving, ESPN, primetime, only game on, Greg. All eyes on the Egg Bowl, so hang tight. Word from the sponsors. We'll be right back with our game preview.
The car buying process can be a lot. I know, I've been there. You just want to get in and out with a new car and the best deal. Simple. Allen Samuels Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Oxford keeps it simple. They're going to take care of you, get you in and out with your new vehicle with a great deal. Their inventory right now is priced to sell, and what separates Allen Samuels Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Oxford from any and all competitors is they aim to address each of your needs with the utmost respect, care, and attention to detail. Contact them today at 662-234-8000. That's 662-234-8000. Stop by and see them in person at 2201 East University Avenue in Oxford. That's Allen Samuels Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Oxford to find your next perfect car, truck, or Jeep. Allen Samuels, let's be friends.
Introducing the new and improved BNA Bank mobile app. From setting transaction alerts and tracking your spending habits to managing travel plans and turning off a lost or stolen debit card, you can take care of all of it in the new BNA mobile app. At BNA Bank, we know that life moves pretty fast, and we have the mobile technology to keep up with your life on the go. BNA Bank. Local, invested, modern banking.
Are you looking at cutting your health insurance premiums by as much as 20 to 30%? Are you aging into Medicare and need help finding a Medicare supplement plan? Call Drew Moak of USA Benefits Group at 601-953-8449. Drew is an Ole Miss grad located in Mississippi and licensed in 7 states. He works with the nation's second largest health insurance brokerage with access to 35 different carriers, and he can help you with any of your health insurance needs. From regular health plans to life insurance to dental and vision and even Medicare, he has it all covered. Now more than ever, it is critical to have a health insurance agent who is local and accessible. So call Drew Moak at 601-953-8449 and get your free quote today. And we are back here, Red and Blue Smoke. Zach Berry, Greg Jones here with you. All right, Thanksgiving talk's out of the way. I'm hungry. I'm going to have to go eat as soon as we get done here. But let's get into this one. Ole Miss, Mississippi State, 6:30, ESPN. We are recording this Wednesday, so it'll be tomorrow evening. Line opened at 13.5, 14.5. I believe it's now down to 10, around 10, 10.5. I'll let you go first. I want to hear what you think, and then I'm probably going to be pretty simple with my breakdown. But how do you see this one going Thursday night?
Well, they can't come out like they did in the first half against UL Monroe. That's a given for sure.
No,
and I get it. It's hard to play Georgia and lose a big game like that, and then turn around and play somebody like UL Monroe. But it's your job. It's your job, and it's your business to do it. So you always got to take care of your job and handle your business before anything. But they actually, they definitely handle business in the second half. But I just feel like the everything that goes on in this game, because there's a lot that goes on in this game. I mean, there's a lot of different things that can go either way. I mean, I know Mississippi State is playing for a bowl bid, correct?
Yes.
Because so you can win 4 games. Oh, never mind. It's like 5 games and you can get in a bowl.
Yeah, with the APR, but yeah, they're going for the 6th win.
Yeah, that's terrible. Anyway, hopefully Ole Miss just goes in the first half and take care of business. 28-14, 28-7 would be great in the first half, and then just put it on cruise control. Obviously you can't, hype this game up as more as it is already hyped up, because it is a big deal. And you can, solidify yourself in the state of Mississippi. And if you want to come to, a big SEC program and something that's stable, because, you don't want to know what you're getting with Mississippi State right now. You know what you're getting at Ole Miss. You're getting Lane Kiffin. You're getting, a high tempo offense, and obviously a pretty solid defense being built, by the defense. So with that being said, who knows? But I think you just got to take care of business in the first half. Take the crowd out of the game, because they show up regardless. I know that it's hard. I just got asked this morning if I go in the Starkville the game. I'm like, probably gonna miss this one. Like I missed the last 43 of them. So just it just hadn't tickled my fancy to go to Starkville and listen to a bunch of bells being rung for 2.5 straight hours. So I'm just gonna sit at home and relax and watch them, and hopefully when we roll and we're the game's in hand in the fourth quarter, because we definitely need to take the crowd out of the game, be up 28-7 at halftime, and put the cruise control, and hopefully Tennessee gives us some help, and we get in the beats Missouri, and we can slide in one of those access bowls.
Yeah, a pretty big opportunity for Ole Miss Thursday. Can win 10 games for the second time in 3 years. 10 regular season wins for the second time in 3 years. That's big. And then, get that done. And you got a real chance to win 11 for the first time ever in program history. Just kind of, I'm not even going to get too deep in the minutia or the analysis here. I just think Mississippi State is a bad football team. They've had a ton of injuries at key spots. They don't have a head coach. The lack of identity, we talked a lot about identity all throughout the season. They don't really have an identity. They tried to switch from the air raid to a pro-style offense. It didn't work. And then on top of that, Will Rogers gets hurt. They're playing a guy from Vanderbilt at quarterback. They played a true freshman at quarterback. And Jaquavius Marks has been banged up. I think him and Rogers are both going to give it a go Thursday, but I don't think they're 100%. And they really underwhelmed at receiver this year. They haven't had a ton of playmakers on that side outside of, it's basically Tulu Griffin, and that's it. I think their defense is solid. They'll keep them in the game early, but I just think Ole Miss is too good in too many spots that matter. Better quarterback, better running back. I think as a whole, the defense is a little bit better. And the receivers, you can't say enough about Trey Harris, Jordan Watkins, Dayton Wade. Only college football program with 3 receivers over 700 yards receiving. And Jackson Dart's going to be a little banged up, but he's going to play. And I think he's done a nice job this season taking care of the football, being a little bit more methodical with how he operates in the offense. And I think Ole Miss wins this one kind of running away. I think they cover. I think it's a comfortable win. I just think it's just not enough dudes for Mississippi State. I like Ole Miss to win like a 34-14 type game. But you look at Mississippi State, Greg, and they just haven't scored against anyone in the SEC this year. I mean, they had one big offensive output against South Carolina early in the year in a shootout. Outside of that, I mean, even when Will Rogers was healthy, it just didn't score a ton. So I don't see.
I mean, they won a football game scoring 7 points. So I mean, that's
yeah.
gives you something, tells you something about the.
A short week, interim coach. I just don't see how that offense all of a sudden just figures it out and scores against.
And Ole Miss defense is pretty solid up front.
Yeah. Still top 10 in the country in sacks. They've created a ton of pressure, a ton of havoc against opponents this year. So that's going to be the key, I think, is the trenches on both sides. Ole Miss got to get after Will Rogers, make him uncomfortable. He's already limited enough with the injury, and he's not super mobile. So just get after him. And then up front, if Ole Miss's offensive line can protect Dart and open up some running lanes for Bentley and Judkins, I think Ole Miss wins, and it's a comfortable 10th win. And then, like you said, wait around and see where the selection committee puts you, whether it be in Florida or maybe you can sneak into maybe a Peach Bowl or a Cotton Bowl. We'll see. But, yeah, I like Ole Miss's chances Thursday, and I think it's a big night for Ole Miss and the Ole Miss fans.
How do you feel about Dart? You feel like he's pretty much coming back?
He kind of walked it back after the game. Kiffin said he was, might have jumped the gun a little bit and said that he maybe should have held that comment back. I don't know.
I'm just looking at all the quarterbacks that are going in. And I don't know. I mean, I know with this NIL stuff and everything, it's probably going to be a big determining factor of, how much he can get paid. And, it is what it is. Ole Miss is going to have to divvy up some money, there to keep him around. But as far as, leaving to go to the NFL, I just don't see it for him right now. Just he's probably going to need to learn a little bit more. Like obviously, like the hit at Alabama, like that's an NFL hit. Like you need to take that. You need to be sliding. Like I get that you kind of want to, try to truck somebody, but like that hit was an NFL hit. And, I just don't think he's ready for something like that. And I don't know. I would be shocked.
Yeah, I mean, I think you could argue his stock is going to be as high as ever. If Ole Miss wins 10 games, he goes to a bowl, wins 11. But you could also argue another year in the system with Lane Kiffin. The offense is going to be pretty much loaded. Trey Harris is probably going pro, but you probably have a good shot of returning Watkins and Wade. They're going to go in the portal.
You can get in the transfer portal,
Yeah, I was going to say, they're going to go in the portal and get some playmakers. I expect Caden Prieskorn to be back. I think he's going to need some more film for NFL scouts. He's been banged up all year. And then obviously he had stuff off the field that was just tragic and unfortunate. I think he's going to want to come back. And then, the offensive line. I think you're going to see some guys return. So, with Judkins, you got a legitimate 1,000-yard rusher coming back to help you. So, it wouldn't shock me if Dart made the decision to come back and run it back another year in Oxford.
Well, I mean, you definitely get, Georgia at home this next year, and that's a little bit better opportunity to win. Oklahoma is the only other one that kind of is scary on the schedule, but anything else they're all mostly winnable games. And, it just, I don't know. It goes down in the lore.
That's a good point.
It goes down in your lore as a, man, he should have stuck around for another year. So I don't know. It's a big decision, but I don't know. I just don't see it. I mean, you've got Daniels, you've got, there's a lot of decent quarterbacks that are going to be, in the NFL loop. And another thing, I mean, not to knock Matt Corral, but look where Matt Corral is right now, So, nothing bad where he is, though. He's just, maybe he's, he needed an extra year or something like that. So I don't know. Who knows?
The schedule is a great point because I said it on a show a couple weeks ago. I'd probably set the floor at 9-3 if Dart comes back. You got Oklahoma and you got Georgia at home. Outside of that, Alabama's not on the schedule. Auburn's not on the schedule. LSU's probably your toughest game out of those two. I mean, that sets up to where, what are you going to be, with an injury or, maybe a game that, a couple bounces go against you. At worst, 8-4, 9-3 is potentially the floor. I mean, you could come back and make some noise, give the NFL scouts some more tape on you, show some improvement in some spots. You might get some feedback from some scouts. They might want to see you get better at this, get better at that. I think that's a great chance to come back and improve your worth. So,
yeah, I would think slide would be his first thing he needs to learn. I mean,
yeah, that's probably what the NFL GMs want to see is like, hey man, just get down.
yeah,
We know you're tough. We know you're tough. You don't have to prove it.
Yeah. I mean, like that
yeah.
linebacker that's about to hit you is like 6'3", 250 pounds. I mean, and is running full blast at you. So, I mean, it's probably going to hurt.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
Yeah. Hopefully he sticks around. Like I said, there's a lot of good future ahead. And that's another thing that's kind of getting Mississippi State, down right now because, I mean, we're looking at a 11-win season. Another, next year if Dart comes back, we'll have another real good season. They're, still don't even have a coach, and I don't know. I'm afraid to know who they're going to hire, but I've got an idea who they need to hire. So I don't know if I want to share that or not.
All right. So I said 34-14. What's your final score prediction for Thursday?
I would say 45-17. I mean, I'd say just leave the gas on the down and just, finish the year out real strong. And, who knows what's going to happen with Tennessee. They're not dead yet. They could probably help you out and beat Missouri and, weasel your way into one of a Cotton Bowl or Peach Bowl. That would be huge for the program. And, I think the playoff extends out to 12 next year or not?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
I mean, it's got because you're right in the playoff right now, right this year. So
yeah, they're at 12 right now, so you're in.
I would think so. Yeah. Who would they play? The 5 seed, probably the 5 seed. Because I think they did the 1, 2, 3, and 4 get buys. I'm just looking. I'm just remembering the college.
I'm trying basketball. To find that. Some people have done some mock ones. Yeah, if you're the 12, you play the 5 seed. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of figured it'd be just like the and then March Madness.
Yeah, you'd play the 5, and then you'd play the 4 that had a bye.
Okay. Oh.
And then after that, you play the 1. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I mean, like I said, honestly, they really, if they're going to do this, they need to trim the schedule up 1 week. Mm-hmm. Like Ole Miss does not need to be playing UL Monroe. And, I hate that Auburn had to pay New Mexico State $1.8 million to get their butt kicked. But, they really need to get rid of that game also. I mean, just, certain things need to happen with the schedule. And I don't know, but I don't think the NCAA could figure out to make their way out of a paper sack, much less figure out a NCAA playoff thing. So
yeah,
a schedule. So anyway, I just hopefully they can figure it out. I mean, do we know anything about our 2 basketball guys?
Nothing yet. Yeah, nothing yet. A little more optimism for Brandon Murray than Musa Cisse, but nothing has been announced. I'm glad you brought that up. If Ole Miss plays Temple today, 2:30. They're in Philly right now. They will play the Owls as they look to remain undefeated. But if you made
how have you looked at the first 4 games?
I mean, I think defensively they've been impressive.
Oh, yeah, no, they get after it for sure.
That's a calling card for Beard and his teams. They're going to be physical on the defensive end. They're going to get after you. They got to find a consistent scoring presence to go along with whoever the leading scorer is, because right now it's mostly just been one guy going off and everybody else is chipping in, 6, 8 points. I think they're going to have to find 2 consistent scorers, and that's where Brandon Murray comes in. If they can get him eligible, he could probably fight with Matthew Morrell and Alan Flanagan as a leading scorer.
My little take, obviously missing free throws are huge. You're not, I'm not trying to be a stats guy, but I know that if you don't, make half your free throws, you're going to lose the game probably 5 times out of 9 times out of 10. Definitely got to improve on shooting, but you can tell there's some athletes on the floor.
No doubt.
They're still kind of gelling, and they're trying to get everything worked out. I want the 5'5" guy to play so bad, and I love how his number's 55 too. Like, he's my favorite player.
Yeah, get some blowout wins so he can get out there on the floor and hit a 3 or 2.
That'd be awesome. But no, it's exciting. I went to a couple games. I went to the Alabama State game, and I was like, you can tell there's some talent on the floor. They need some time. So
Yeah,
time they'll
they're gonna
get
be all
for
right.
sure. They'll be all right.
All right, that's going to do it for Red and Blue Smoke, the holiday edition. Egg Bowl Thursday night, ESPN. Stay locked in. Check out omspirit.com. We have plenty of lead-up coverage to that game. And afterwards, we'll have reactions. We'll have recruiting coverage. National Signing Day is less than a month away. And then we'll get into the postseason. We'll get into bowl games and find out where the Rebels are going. So appreciate Greg over there as he joins us each and every week. Go check out LB's. Get you some protein for Thanksgiving, after Thanksgiving. Just go. You don't need an occasion to go get some good protein. So go see him. 2008 University Avenue, across the street from the K. Roger there in Oxford. And we'll be back with you next week as championship week will be here. And there'll probably be a little bit more clarification on what Ole Miss is looking at in terms of a bowl. So appreciate y'all tuning in. Appreciate all the other sponsors that bring this one to you. And, of course, thanks to our buddy Greg for joining us. Happy Thanksgiving, my friend, and we'll talk next week.